This first video tutorial is about getting to know Wix in general, figuring out how it works, understanding how HTML5 works, and how the editor works. Which is essentially, the editor works by you taking things from this plus button here, the menu on the left, and all the way at the top there's a plus button, and there are all these different things that you can add to your website. I'm on text right now, and you just take things and you just drag and drop them onto the page. So I just added a heading. Let me add a subheading to that, and then let me add some paragraph text, and then also even some smaller paragraph texts. So I have basically set up a text hierarchy here. And incidentally, this tutorial is not about design. I'm not showing you how to design things here. I'm just showing you how Wix actually works. And all websites actually work based on a table system, which is the kind of thing that you also have on Excel, except with classic HTML websites, the structure that you have on the website, the code that works in the back, actually creates a table that is very much like this. It is very ordered. It is composed of columns and rows that are all aligned with each other. But when we come to HTML5, then the situation changes, and every time you move something on your page, the editor creates a new piece of code or adds to the code in the background. You don't see this, you don't see the code. As far as I know, there's no way for you to see the code that is actually being created on Wix. But every time you change things around, it breaks the regular structure of this table that you see here. It divides the rows, it divides the columns, and it just keeps adding new cells to the structure, and you are completely free to move things around exactly as you wish. Now, I have created this site especially for this class. It's completely empty. There are no images that I have uploaded or anything like that, but and I will be doing all of that, and then also making videos to show you how to do those things. But let's just go to images now, and since I don't have anything uploaded, I'm just going to go to free Wix images, take this here, and just go add to page, and there's your image. And you can make this bigger or smaller exactly as you wish. So let's make it really big, and then you can arrange and send it to the back, which would mean that all the text would then be on top of it, which of course in this situation is problematic because we can't read it, so we would need to change the color of the text, etc., etc. All of those are design issues that we will get to. For now, I'm just showing you how this actually works. Now, what else could we add? We can add picture galleries, where we don't have just one picture, but lots and lots of them, side by side, and I will get to that in a separate video. We have interactive items, which we have full slideshows that go from one end to the other with different slides. Again, we're not going to do that right now. We have light boxes, where you can add a kind of like an entrance panel to your website. We have these things called hover boxes, some of which are very, very nice. We have repeaters, which are basically just lists. Let's see, I just missed my spot here. These are kind of listed items on a page. We can add video and music. So let's go here. Now you can upload your own video, and there's a special player for that, but what you can also do is you can get videos from YouTube, from Vimeo, from Facebook, even from Dailymotion. So let's just add one here, and again, you can size this exactly as you want. So if you were to change the video, then you would just go to search videos, and let's just do that. So let's say I want to put this video right here. I am thinking that it would be good to make a separate copy video URL and then put it in here and search and add, and it would change the video to whatever I wanted it to be. So That is how all the video stuff works. Now let's look at some other stuff. Obviously, we need menus and we need anchors in order to get the navigation of the site to work. We have a lot of social media things that you can add, like let's see, for example, do they have Instagram here? I don't see it. They have Pinterest, it seems, but we have viewers and things like that. We have this thing called the content manager, which is very interesting, which I will get to in a separate video. We have lists, which we already saw with the interactive stuff. Then we have this decorative things. So for example, we have lines, so we can just drag a line, and then we can change the design of that. We can change the color. So let's say I don't want a black line, I want a red line. Very easy to do. I want to change the width of this line. I can make it really, really thin, down to 1 pixel, or I can make it really, really fat, up to 15 pixels, it seems, not more. But then, let's see, the vector art I would stay away from, people. Those are usually not terribly nice, and you will find much, much nicer things when you actually start putting your site together. But there are basic shapes which are quite useful. So, for example, let's just add this here. I can scale this up, and then I can change this also if I want to. So let's say I don't want that pentagram, I want an arrow. I can do that. And then also, again, I can change the design. But what I can also do is I can decrease the opacity, in which case, if I put it on top of this image here, for example, it would give me a nice kind of effect. So, you can add a blog, you can add a store if you want to. We have these things called boxes, which are different from the shapes, and I will get to that. And that's pretty much it in terms of how Wix actually works. It works with drag and drop. You are completely free to put anything anywhere on the page, and the code, the editor will take care of the code in the background. You don't need to worry about that. So basically, it's a way of putting together very complex websites and very complex designs without having to know how to code. And that is the beauty of HTML5, and that is the beauty of Wix, which is actually allowing us to use the HTML5 technology on an online platform. So that was the start, and then we will now start looking at all of these things individually.